Everything you never heard. We be talking. Oh, we be talking. Welcome back to another video of We Be Talking. How y'all doing? How y'all feeling?
Yes, how's it going? We miss y'all.
We got a video. We got a juicy little video, a good little interaction video for y'all today. So we want to know how y'all feel about relationships that are what are they, not committed relationships, and if you should stay in them or if you should leave, and what's the benefits of being in one of those.
Yes.
Before I get started, that's my girl Tamara. Y'all say hey to Tamara.
Hey.
And I'm Sheikah. And make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Share our video. Like our video. And I found out if you rewatch it for a few minutes, we get that view. So rewatch our video. So go ahead and just give us some support. We're looking for your support. But with that being said, how y'all feel about this topic? And how many y'all out there are in these relationships
that you shouldn't be in?
Y'all non-committed, right? You're just friends, right? He or she don't want to commit for whatever reason, but y'all acting as if y'all are in relationships. Y'all doing everything as a relationship would be doing, but no title.
Right.
Okay? In that relationship.
So should you stay or should you leave?
Me? I wouldn't stay in that. I mean, well, what's the benefits?
Okay, so let's throw some scenarios out there and see what y'all gonna do. And I want y'all to comment down below and let me know if y'all gonna stay or y'all gonna leave, right? Say, for example, you're in a relationship, right? Or you're not even in a relationship right now, right? You're dating, right? Mm-hmm. So some people see dating as, if we're dating, we're not, exclusive. We can see other people or date other people or whatever. So that's your situation right now, right? Mm-hmm. So you're dating someone, but he never told you that, or he or she never told you that they were dating somebody else, and you found out on your own.
Right.
Are you going to continue dating him or she, or are you going to leave?
Here's the thing. If nobody wants to commit to this relationship and you've been in it for a substantial amount of time, where right now we doing this, we should have something going on. You get what I'm saying? And I find out you've been messing with someone else and we've been in this for a good little while, I'm probably gonna leave.
Because, but what if they're not saying it's not a relationship?
Either way you want to look at it, Tamara, it's some sort of a relationship.
Right. But if they're saying we're dating, right? And it's understood that you can see other people, but for me, I feel like even though it's understood that we're dating and you can see other people, I feel like if you're seeing other people, that you should say that to me. I feel like the communication should happen. Like, you should tell me that you're seeing other people. Don't have me looking like boo-boo the fool out here.
Right.
Now, me personally, I don't date people that date multiple peoples, because I'm not going to be one of your options. It's just personally.
What's the benefits? I mean, outside of sex, but like, what's the purpose of me dating, or just to have fun, or just to be, just to have this person for company? Because women, at some point, we're gonna get involved, like, emotionally.
Absolutely. I know for me,
get involved.
Way my set up.
It's gonna be a thing, and it's gonna be like, hey, I don't want to do this no more with the non-committal, because I don't want nobody else interfering with what we have. I want to be exclusively with you. It's gonna be a problem.
So I think we agree. We leaving.
I mean, but it just depends.
Oh, okay. So now, come on now.
It
depends on what. Okay, so I guess it depends on what you want to do. So if you're dating for if you're dating for a purpose, because some people just date to get free meals, right?
Free meals, and the thing, like, if the sex is like, you know.
Right. So if you're somebody that dates and sex is involved, okay, that's what you're dating for.
No, but I'm saying
There's other people that's dating for a purpose.
If the sex is really, really, really good, and you know that.
You know what? That makes it. That's a point because some people stay in
look how you started stumbling. No, but this
I'm just saying
me because I'm married. Okay, let's
listen, and it don't pertain to me because I'm celibate. But some people stay in some tumultuous relationships because the sex is good.
Right, I was coming from that type of person, like, you know. But to be honest, it ain't worth it. After a while, right. it ain't worth it.
Because the dingling could be really good, but if he's punching you in the face, you got to go. It's some other dinglings out there.
First off, ain't no punching. If you punch him in the face, there's no way your dingling can be good.
Right. Because but you know what? Some people, I'm telling you, there are these people out there. No. There are women out there that feel like if there isn't some level of abuse in the relationship, that it's not good or whatever. Some people want that. Some women want that.
Well, who you been talking? What women you know?
Everybody not like us. If some people will stay.
If you're a woman out there and you're watching this and you feel what she just said, please comment below. I want to talk. What woman you know feel like they need some level of abuse in a relationship for it to work? I mean, I know. No, wait a minute. I know that there are women that stay in abusive relationships. Are you talking about those women?
I'm talking about, I've heard women say, if he don't hit me or whatever, or if he hits me, I feel like that's his way of saying I love him or he loves me, or that's his way of just because I frustrated him or whatever. They take the blame for it. So they may not come out and say, well, I need to be abused, but essentially that's what's happening because they taken it and they're making excuses for him. I know somebody personally, I'm not going to say no name, that has been physically abused in a relationship, and she would make all the excuses in the world. Maybe I said this wrong. I shouldn't have said it like that. I know he's sensitive and I know, he gets upset or whatever. So everything that was happening to her, she was blaming herself because he was blaming her. So she took that on. Now she's with a narcissist. Okay.
How do you spot? Well, I guess that's another conversation.
What? How do you spot a narcissist?
Yeah, like how you know, like. But anyway, we'll get into that later on one day. Maybe we can sit tea and talk about that one. But I feel like people do stay in those relationships because they feel like they won't be able to do any better.
Right.
I think it's a level of like self-esteem issues, depending on what the person have or who they with or whatever. And if you're gonna stay in a relationship where he's not willing to commit to you or she's not willing to commit to you, and you wouldn't like the commitment, then that's the issue, because what that person is telling you is that he don't really want you like that. I've known guys to be in somewhat of a relationship, get out of that relationship and marry somebody totally different.
Absolutely.
You've been with this person forever. Like, so what you're telling me is I'm not material, or I'm not that important to you to be your wife or to be called your girlfriend or whatever. I wouldn't take it. I honestly wouldn't take it. I was just playing when I was saying, just being on mistake.
You know what, too?
But
I think the blame is to be equally distributed, because I think that if women didn't lower their standards,
right,
and if, first of all, when you get into a relationship and you're already doing like boyfriend and girlfriend things, or you're doing wife and husband things, why would he marry you? Because why would he? What's the benefit for him to put a ring on your finger?
There's been married. Okay, are you just talking like? My thing is, because there's people that have gotten married and they were in a relationship where they were just doing.
I'm just saying, but I feel
like. I do agree with you when you say we should start. Both parties should start raising their standards and when it comes to what they expect and what they want.
Yeah, put it on the table. Be honest.
Like, I'm not giving you this until you put a ring on it. You're not doing it like you ain't going in the ring until you give me a ring. So you give me a ring. So
another scenario. what if, right, you're in a serious relationship with someone, right?
Mm.
And you have children, and this person does not like your children. Now, they love you, right? They care for you or whatever and all this stuff, but they don't like your children. Are you going to stay or are you going to leave? Why?
There is no going forward with me if you can't accept or like my children. Reason being, my children are me. Like they are part of me. If you, especially like if my children, okay, so let's say this, okay, because it's a whole nother story. Because when my mom was dating, like after her and my dad got a divorce or whatever, some of the one, maybe some of the guys I would not like or whatever. And I was older. Okay, so say like if my children are grown and they just don't approve, how kids can be approve of, your
Yes.
relationships or whatever. They grown. So if my kids are smaller and you don't like them, then that's an absolute no. If my kids are grown and they live in their own life and they got their own whatever, and y'all can't seem to get along, that's a different type of situation versus
Yeah.
if they're living in the house, they're little, they're small, they're adolescents, like they're minors, and you don't like them, you don't like me.
Right. Absolutely. I
You
agree.
don't like me, and we don't like.
Because I'm a package deal.
And my thing is, I instantly stop liking you when you don't like my kids. I don't.
Right. I'm a package deal.
No, I wouldn't stay with you.
I agree. I don't.
Have you known women that do?
I don't think I know anybody directly, but I've heard stories of women who choose their partner over their children, and their children grow up to resent them. You know what I'm saying? Or, they just feel like they weren't valued or they weren't enough, or this person gave their, parent more than, I don't know. That's something I could never do. I don't care how I feel about you. I don't care how much I love you. I don't care if you can't coexist with my children. If y'all can't coexist together, then we can't coexist.
Right.
Because like you said, my children are a direct extension of me.
Right.
And I'm a package deal. You can't get the cow without the calves.
So sorry.
Yeah. So yeah.
Honestly, if that person is, for you or, love you or genuinely, like we're talking about true love.
Yeah.
He will love your children.
Absolutely.
Because he knows how much you love your children. And he would love so much what you love. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
If
that's so true
for you, he's gonna love your children because your children is a direct reflection of you. And
yes.
If he love you like he says he do, truly love you, then I mean, he would not love something that is a part of you because he loves everything about you.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes,
he would definitely love your children. If he don't love your children, he don't really love you. I mean, that's just my theory. When I'm going off of what I've known to be true love, what I've experienced true love to be. And I'm not just talking about from a human, I'm talking about the definition of what true love looks like.
Right.
So
absolutely.
I don't care how much he say he loves you or like you or any of those things. If he can accept your children and love your children, girl, it ain't worth it.
Absolutely. You're right.
You know how much dingling out there slinging around?
Right. Come on now.
How much dingling you can get?
That don't love your children. Come on. Right? Why should you do that?
Right.
Okay, so what is one thing that they're in relationships, we give and take, there's people could do some stuff or whatever, and there's some things that you can forgive or some things that you can look past. What is the one thing that you cannot continue like this? If you do this thing, if your partner does this thing, you can't stay. What is the one thing? Besides punch you in the face, we already know. For me, we're not taking no physical abuse from anybody. Or verbal abuse, no type of abuse. We're not taking it from nobody.
Right.
So besides those things, what is the one thing that you are not, you have a zero tolerance for?
At this moment in my life right now, cheating. Because if I can stay faithful to you, I mean, and it is a choice to be faithful. outside of loving, that individual, then you should be able to stay faithful to me. I find out you with another man.
Oh, so be with the same sex.
I'm sorry, being with the same sex. I found out you with another man.
Yeah, that's a
This
no.
came from that's the absolute no, because sometimes if they cheat, we'll forgive them.
I'm about to say,
You know,
you can forgive sometimes if they cheat.
They cheat, we forgive them, we talk about it. They show that they're truly sorry, wrong. They do that, whatever. Y'all will move forward. But there ain't no coming back from you being with another man.
Right. You know what? I was gonna say if they cheat and bring a baby, but you know what? That one tops mine. Cause I wouldn't even think twice to take you back if I find out that you were with another man. It's not even a conversation.
Not a conversation.
I also wouldn't think twice if I find out you you cheated and got somebody pregnant. Yeah, I think they're about up there like this. They're about,
like a baby.
Yeah, no, I can't.
Because that's a constant reminder
of your infidelity.
No matter how much you fix it or whatever.
Yeah.
You gotta pay child support, and that's coming out of our pocket. I don't know.
Absolutely.
You were extremely irresponsible.
Yes, extremely. Not only did you go out there and cheat, but you obviously didn't even think to use protection. Number one, that's another level of disrespect.
And maybe he did use protection, but the protection broke or whatever.
No, I don't even want to hear that. I don't want to hear that.
You ain't even accepting that option.
No.
Mm-mm. Yeah, but it's possible.
It's possible, but I don't want to hear it. That's why I said that's the one thing that I don't. There's
no coming away from at all. Why? Why is that such a deal breaker for you?
The baby. Like you said, it's a constant reminder. And it's like, I don't want to.
What if it's an honest mistake? He made it, he did it that night, that one night stand, whatever. It ain't like he don't even know the girl. It was a wild night.
I just don't believe that.
Wait, one night, people have gotten pregnant from having sex one time.
I understand.
But listen to my scenario. She is not for it, y'all. Whoever you are out there, don't do it. So one night stand, had a wild night, didn't mean it, boom, that happened, and now we have a child.
So pretty much what you're telling me is he didn't mean for his penis to slip into some stranger's vagina and for him to ejaculate in this stranger and to me, that's not a mistake. Like
I said a wild night was a mistake. I said the wild night was a mistake.
Okay.
Like
well, I mean,
he got beside him, he having a little too much fun, drunk a little bit too much, and boom, they end up, going there because neither one of them, whatever, and he didn't know her.
I forgive you.
He didn't involve his emotion. He didn't know her. Just wild night. They went back to the room, they were dancing, and boom, and she ended up pregnant. Now what?
I forgive you. But you know what? We ain't about to be together.
That's one mistake you regret the rest of your life.
No. I feel like you're number one, you're really irresponsible for you to even make that mistake. You're extremely irresponsible. For you to get drunk and boom, go sleep with somebody, and next thing you know, she's pregnant.
Wow.
No, you are extremely irresponsible, and that's not something that. Who's to say you're not gonna do that again?
Right, had that mistake one time.
And then here's this child, and the child has nothing to do with it. And this is, I think for me, this is the reason why I feel like I don't want no parts of it. I don't even want the opportunity to say, for me to be looking at the child sideways, because the child is 100% innocent.
Right.
So let me just take myself out of that scenario, and y'all can have that. Because I don't.
Sorry, guys.
No.
There's no coming back for her with that.
No coming back from that. Now, and I'm not an advocate for cheating or anything, of course not. But if you cheat with somebody, if you just, if it's just that one night, that same night, and you slept with the girl, but she never got pregnant, there was no baby involved. I mean, I'll be more apt to forgive you because there's no other human being involved. You know what I'm saying? No other life being made in that but it's not going to be easy. It's
And I
still going to
think
be hard because you're
it
still
was the same, it was
irresponsible.
the same act.
It was the same
Whether it was
act.
child or not, it was the same. The whole issue was like the same act, and
Yeah, it's the same act,
you
but
can
that one
forgive the act
produced a
without the
whole
child, but
nother
you
human
can't.
being.
Right. I think that's a little because you can forgive the incident that took place without a baby being made, but you can't forget the incident if it took place.
No, I can forgive both. When I'm saying that I'm not going to be with you if there's a baby
But
involved.
you can be with them if the baby is not involved.
Like I said, it will be really hard. It will be really hard because even though there's no baby involved, you're still going to be reminded. But even more so with the baby, you're always going to be reminded because you got to take care of that baby. There's food coming out of our household, so you can give it to another woman to take care of your baby that you made, not her baby, but your baby.
I don't think I can do it either. Now that you break down the details.
Listen, no,
every time
it's too
child
much.
support would have to come out, I'd be like, this Negro. It wouldn't last. We might try, but it wouldn't last.
It wouldn't last. There's too many layers to that. There's too many layers.
Yeah,
I can't do it.
That's the deal breaker. I'm with you. You broke it down because at first I was like, come on now. But being that you kind of like went through the layers, I'm like, nah, nope.
Yeah.
Now
you know, I know people that has that have stayed in relationship after a baby was, and they, you know, they love the baby and all that stuff. At least that's what they say.
A person who stayed in a relationship after my absolute no. And I know people who stayed in like excessive cheating issues are people. And I'm just like,
yeah,
it ain't worth it.
Like, what are you waiting for? I think the fear is, I think some women think that, man, as soon as I leave, he gonna change. And then he gonna be good for somebody else. And
Girl,
you feel like all that time.
You know what? You be good for somebody else.
Bye.
I'll be happy for about time.
Good for you. Maybe I was the problem.
Right. Go be good for somebody else then. Go
ahead, because you're not about to run up my blood pressure.
Right. How long they've been together and what they've had, like what they have, you know, if they are totally dependent on that person, then it's kind of hard for them to leave depending on, but I'll find a way. Because
listen, where there's a will, there's a way.
You're not finna keep doing me like this because that ain't
no. You're not about to have me trapped.
Would you say that's true, like in a marriage? Because they say for better or for worse. Would you say that's true? True for
now, listen. When it comes to a marriage, that's a whole different ball game.
Well, yeah, I'm talking about most of the people that I know that are staying in these excessive cheating relationships. Matter of fact, all of the scenarios that I know, they were married people.
So, it's a whole different ball game when it comes to marriage because, you know, especially when there are kids involved, it's like you just don't get up and be like, oh, well, I'm done with you. You know what I'm saying? There's a whole proceeding that you have to do. There's things that you have to do. There's, you know, for that to be finished.
A lot of money involved. It's easy to get into, hard to get out of, right?
Yes, a lot of money involved. But at the same time, doesn't mean that just because I'm married to you, I'm going to sit there and allow you to do these things to me. Right. Because while I'm sitting there, what is it doing to me for me to sit in a relationship where you're constantly cheating? You are hammering my self-esteem into the ground. Right. And I'm just taking it. I'm probably going to, you stay long enough, you're going to believe that ain't nobody else going to want you or, you know, whatever. So I think even with that, I probably would endure a little longer just to see if things will change.
Yeah.
But even with that, I feel like, you know, I would stay after, of course, trying to, you know, to work it out, to fix, to see what we can do, counseling, whatever.
So you would stay in a marriage if a baby was involved?
Man, it's hard, Chica. It's hard. Like, I mean, like, it's hard, man. Like, it's hard. To me, that's even harder than your boyfriend cheating on you, getting pregnant, getting somebody pregnant.
You like, this is like a real issue for you at like real life. Like,
absolutely.
You just, oh my God.
I can't imagine. Like, I can't, no, I wouldn't.
I know for me, I would definitely leave my marriage if I found out my husband was being unfaithful with another man.
Oh yeah. For that ain't no, now marriage or no marriage, if my partner who I'm sleeping with is sleeping with another man, we done.
Right.
That moment, that very second, we're done.
I mean, and forgiveness is so my question, that was my question. Is it true forgiveness if, you know, if you leave them and they don't want to be left or whatever. Is that true forgiveness?
I
If you
mean,
say,
I don't think
I
that
don't
got to
think,
do.
I'm asking for a person in a marriage, if the spouse has wronged you and let's remove the guy sleeping with a man, but let's just say he wronged you and he slept with someone else, and you or she slept with someone else, for married couples out there, and you is it true forgiveness if you say, I'm done, I can't, it's over, I forgive you, but it's over? Is that true forgiveness?
I guess it depends, because I feel like forgiveness,
Because
if you say you forgive
truly forgive is to forget,
as if
move
they
on,
never
as
did
if it never happened.
happen.
So were you gonna leave? That's what I'm saying. You weren't gonna leave before they
Well, in the beginning, it may not be true forgiveness, but I'm leaving.
So
and
it's not true forgiveness.
And I'm gonna work with that
You
fake
work on
forgiveness.
I'm gonna work on it. I can't
point blank period. I'm leaving you. I'm leaving you. Because
Wow.
number one, I feel like you can leave that person, you can forgive them, but at the same time, you have to consider, where they're at. You know what I'm saying? You forgive them, but don't be a fool now. Don't put yourself in a situation for that to happen to you again. Because what if they keep doing it and just keep be like, well, I gotta show through true forgiveness. So I can't. No, we're not fools. You have to be wise in the situation. Now, whether you forgive them or not has nothing to do with them, really.
Right.
It has everything to do with you.
Right.
But they can say, well, you can say, okay, I truly forgive you this time. And you really do, and you're treating it as if they never did anything, but they go and do it again because it has nothing to do with them.
Right.
So I'm gonna leave you. At first, it probably won't be true forgiveness.
Yeah, I'm leaving you, period.
Yeah, it probably won't be true forgiveness at first, but
But I mean, we gotta practice. I mean, because you will be married again.
Yeah. I tell you, if I get married again and I find out my husband.
First off, if you get married again, he got to be saved and not just not be a part of the 80%, 83% that says that they are a Christian, but no, be a part of that 14% that truly believe what the Bible says and believe that their faith is important.
Right.
That's the percent.
We have to be equally yoked. Let's put it that way.
Right.
Equally, meaning like,
same mind.
We right here when it comes to Jesus Christ. We on the same wavelength. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't want to be in a relationship where I gotta beg you to come to church or beg you to pray or beg you to understand why I tithe.
Or, oh girl, please. Or if I'm going through something, I need you to be there to uplift me. Oh yes. God, we gotta talk about my testimony. And we'll do that on another video because we did and it just didn't work out. So it's but if I'm going through something, or I need you to be able to stand with me, and it ain't nothing more better, because check this out. The man is the head of the wife. And think about the power and the authority and the anointing that he has over your body. And if he is attacking you and your body and he stand up and use his authority, come on now. You get what I'm saying? Think about having that support. Man.
Yes,
you
absolutely.
Can't really fight. But I've heard so many testimonies of how the other person is out for the count. They can't really fight. They have no awareness of what's going on. But their spouse stepped in and said, not today, not my husband, not my wife, because vice versa. Woman, his body belongs to you. Man, her body belongs to him. You have authority over that man or woman's body. And just imagine having that support. Or he's so connected and tuned with the Holy Spirit. Holy Spirit say, hey, look, she having this going on. She having a bad day. She feeling like this. Pray for your wife. Go give her some flowers. Call her. Take her to get a massage today, because she not, and you ain't mentioned nothing, but you've been talking to Holy Spirit. But Holy Spirit, tell your spouse, because he's so in tune. Man, let me say.
Listen, you know what? That right there that you just said, that is sexy.
He would get it all day.
Every day, all day, every day.
First off, you can't say that because you say all the time they're gonna get it anyway, regardless. But
no. But listen, I'm single for a reason now, because I'm not just gonna pick any and
No,
anybody.
I know, but I'm saying you saying whenever you get your husband, like you gonna always just give it to him because he married. Like you can do it. And you was just like, you gonna always give it up. My thing is some nights, Dan, you don't come here. Because you know, we gotta get on the same wavelength when it comes to wanting sex. Because
listen, my husband come in the room
as much as he wants. And
my husband come in the room and say he want to pray for me. Girl, by the time he say amen, I'm ready. Let's go, boo.
But yeah, it is so
yes,
kingdom.
So attractive.
That's the king. That's the kingdom that's the kingdom she waiting on.
I'm just gonna sit right here and wait on my kingdom. I don't care what y'all say. Inside joke, y'all. Inside joke.
That's that kingdom. That's that kingdom. But real talk. Yeah, anyway, we've gotten on a whole nother conversation. Maybe this is the show we need to talk about. But yeah, like would you we all on we were supposed to be saying, you know, would you stay with that person or whatever? Would you stay in that relationship? And we came up with different scenarios of in that relationship. But think about it. That's the way relationships are supposed to be. And if you check this out, if y'all both single, he's saved, she's saved, you meet somebody, y'all number one, and y'all meet somebody and you know this is the person you want to be with because it's your choice, right? You're not gonna waste your time.
Come on now.
You're gonna be like, look, we're in courtship.
Yes.
You know, according to by courtship, meaning we're together to be married. Yes. So with that being said,
we're not dating for no year.
Right. We're not dating for 5 years. And then
we might not even date for 6 months.
I mean, at least give it 6.
6 at the most.
Yeah, it's marijuana.
I'm just telling you, ain't got no time. My thing is, if you know that that's the person you want to be with, and you both know and you agree, what's the point in waiting?
Tamara want that thing pop. Okay, so y'all, the girl says 6 at the most. Whoever you are, okay, out
what's
there.
The point in waiting?
Look, she fanning. What's the point in waiting? Because that thing, I didn't waited for years. I'm not waiting no more years.
So what we waiting for? Unless there's a specific reason that we're waiting. Now I'm not saying go meet somebody and you talk and you're like, yo, we connected on a serious level and all this other kind of stuff, and like 2 weeks later you're married. That's not what I'm talking about. But if you know that this is your person, it doesn't take long for you to know this. You know what I'm saying? I feel like people are like, oh, well, I got to date you for 2 years, or we can't be married until we're together for 3 years or whatever. I don't see the point in that. I don't understand that.
You
know, then you're living together. You're pretending as if you're married, meaning you're having sex. You know, you're living in the same house together. You're paying bills together. You might be having kids together. You're already doing those things. Why not be married? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
You can just depend on the person and what they've experienced.
Yeah.
I felt like it took. Well, I ain't gonna say that because I don't want to put them out there. But I have a person very close to me and my family, and I felt like it took them a little bit longer to get married than what it should have. And they end up getting married, I think, after 1 or 2 children. I don't know if they had their second child yet, but I was like, bruh, what is going on? Like, why y'all ain't married? Like, what's the problem?
Yeah.
And this particular person will always give a reason why, or say they was married and it wasn't, like, because they got tired of us asking. But I just felt like, but I know within whatever that person was dealing with, not that he didn't love now they're married, his wife. Not that he didn't love his wife, or not that he didn't want to be with her. I think it was some other things dealing from, childhood or whatever, some things going on, like battling, like, okay, I'm ready to do this. Or I don't know what he was getting from, the other side of the relationship, but
that's why it's important before you get into a relationship, you got to deal with you. You got to deal with your issues, yourself.
And that's why you shouldn't be in a relationship that you're not willing to commit.
Absolutely.
Because you got all this stuff going on. And that person, y'all, you starting out playing, but then you get serious and that person still got all these issues. The reason why you don't want to commit or she don't want to commit. And then you want to commit and they like, that ain't my cup of tea. And now
Right,
you
and all
all
this.
bunch, you done wasted time, your years. I'm not
Precious
wasting no
time.
years fooling around with a person that I feel like one day they're gonna want to be with me. No,
Right. Or not. Or one day they might pick up and say, I don't want you no more. And
Yeah,
all
that's
these
it.
years and
And
these
y'all ain't
children
got
later.
nothing. No, I'm not giving you all my
No.
life, my body, my
No.
energy, my effort, my money. I'm not doing that. You wasted your life.
Yo, Sheikah, that was a song.
What?
You just sang a song. Ain't that a song? Like, I give you my life, my all, my money, everything. Ain't that like a love song?
Really?
Speaking of love songs, these love songs was on something else. If you think about some of these love songs, you be like, "Man, what the world?"
Right. What
Like,
love?
for example, Monica sing a song, I'll cross the ocean for you. Number one, you unless you're in an airplane, you can't cross no ocean.
Well, maybe
You finna drown.
maybe she meant she'll get in an airplane and cross like ocean seas. I'll come to another country for you, you know.
Or Bruno Mars, I'll take a bullet for you or something like that.
Oh no.
I'm not finna take no bullet for nobody.
Price already died. I'm not doing it.
Right. That's me dying for you is redundant.
Right. He already did it for
Jesus
you.
Christ took a bullet for you.
He took care of that. So move on.
But anyway, why we do that? That's a whole different topic.
That's another. It's another song.
And move it right.
No, it's another song that says, they saw heaven last night when they slept with him. They saw heaven.
Like, oh, when I was inside of you. Well, you know that could be true because I know you saw heaven. That's right, you saw heaven.
Because if I see heaven, I'm not coming back. That's a whole level. My thing is, maybe you felt like it was a piece of heaven, but if I see heaven,
hey, listen,
that's another type of sex. I don't want to be involved.
Listen, but you know that's probably why an orgasm lasts for the small amount of time that it does, because it's probably a little taste of heaven.
Oh, sorry.
Where did you go just now?
I just thought about it. Oh, Lord. Gather yourself.
But y'all, comment down below.
I'm just joking. I'm
what was it? What did we start our talk about? When you said
okay, we really did a we be talking type episode with this one, because we'll start off with one thing and get all over it.
This is all
you got a glimpse of how our conversations end up going, right?
Listen.
She gonna edit that little part out when I jump, because I don't need.
I'm not. I think I'm gonna leave that part. They need to see it. They need to see it.
Oh,
God.
Anyway, y'all know what to do.
Yes.
Talking family, go ahead, like, comment, subscribe. Do us a favor and share this video. Put it on your social media platforms. Let us know how much you enjoy and how much you care and, you know, want to be a part. So
yes, we love you guys. We thank you for your support. We do.
Comment down below, click that notification bell so you'll know when we're posting, and we will talk to you next week. Later.
Bye. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
We be talking, oh, talking.